Hello everyone, welcome. This is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is political empowerment of women in Nigeria and the prospects. Please stay tuned with us. I will soon be back. So much talk for political empowerment of women in Nigeria. Are women in Nigeria really empowered enough to play politics as we see today in Nigeria? Is there parity of opportunity? Judging from the evidence around us, it looks as if this mountain is yet to be scaled by women. Please join me today as we listen to those who know the reality of the situation. I am Dr. Violet Arene. Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is political empowerment for women in Nigeria and the prospects. Are women really empowered enough to participate equally in the politics as we see it in Nigeria today? Is there parity of opportunity? We are privileged to have with us in the studio today a woman who should know, who is close to the reality. She is Adagi Naude, Executive Director, Gender and Action Development. Madam, it's a real pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. What, in your own consideration, should require women to urgently intervene or participate in politics today in Nigeria?
I think the first consideration is that it's their right.
Okay.
Nigerian women are Nigerians.
Yes.
And if we are practicing democracy, which by the common parlance is government of the people, for the people, by the people.
Yes.
So if we are talking about the people of Nigeria, you talk about men, women, youth, and every level of society. So that's the very first reason women should participate in politics. And then there are other reasons.
Yes.
It has been proved beyond reasonable doubt that the development of any nation can be very accurately measured by the extent of women's participation in governance in that country. Yes.
That's a new one.
Yes, it has. It has. And then also, because anyway, women usually, if you take a random sampling, you find that women form half of the population of most countries, even the population of the world. You find that God doesn't make mistakes. You find a parity of population. So if only one sex, one is ruling or in governance, it amounts to clapping with one hand. So it's important, even for development, that women should participate in politics. But let's get down to Nigeria. Over the years, we had a very long period of military rule. Let's not talk about before military rule, because before military rule, there were just one or two hand-picked women who were involved in politics and governance in Nigeria. But the long period of military rule, of course, it didn't give any chance for the voice of women or even for the presence of women in politics and governance. Then democracy, since 1999 to date, we have seen what the men have done. We're not faulting them or anything, but we're also saying that probably if we put more women in decision making, things will begin to change. And we have seen the impact of the few women who were given a chance to work in Nigeria. You can see the difference.
Do you think that there's anything now happening in politics, about politics in Nigeria, that women can do better?
Let me begin by saying that there is nothing happening where women cannot do as well as the men. Nothing is happening.
But not better.
Let's begin by that. But there are several areas, many areas, where women are very likely to do better than the men. Let's take maternal health, for instance. We talk about maternal health, and it appears nobody is taking it seriously. Nigeria has been one of the countries at a very high level of maternal death all over the world. I understand probably after India or Bangladesh, or Nigeria is the second. And it doesn't seem to be making any meaning to the people at the helm of affairs. It's not just this dispensation, it's not just this regime, but over the years, Nigeria didn't just get to that second position yesterday. Nigeria has been there for quite a long time. And it appears we haven't been able to get it right because we've been there. Common sense, tells us that if women are in charge, they will pay attention to that aspect of life in Nigeria. They will take it more seriously. And then let's take corruption, for instance. I want to quote results of studies again. Studies have also shown that when women are in charge, there is less corruption. I'm not just saying it, but it's a study that was carried out. And the findings show that women are less corrupt in public office.
But I might ask you, what has been the problem so far? Why have women been so laid back? What's the problem?
In the first place, society, especially this our society, is built on male supremacy. It is a man's world, they will have to rule. I remember years ago, just before, I think, was it 2007 election or 2001 of those elections, general elections, there was a study sponsored by Heinrich Böll Foundation, whereby they went around to ask people, would they like a woman to lead them politically? And the findings were, well, I mean, we didn't expect anything different because in action, Nigerians had been showing before then that they hadn't any form of inclination to have a woman at the top. So, but that is the concept generally, that ruling, actually, deciding for the community, for the country, is a man's business. So we start with that, and the whole structure of society has been built on top of that concept. So women are still fighting it. We are still battling with it. It manifests in women's poverty because you cannot inherit in many places. So you don't even have the type of head start that a man has. So you can't even access loans because you don't have collateral. And politics is a game played with money. They say it's a game of numbers. But how do you get the number? You have to publicize. You don't necessarily go and start giving people money. But people have to hear your voice. Yes. What we are doing today takes a lot of money. Yes. So for any woman, any person, any politician's voice to be heard, you have to spend money. No matter how you look at it. Even in other places, I was reading about, I know that in the US, for instance, there is a group of women who source funds for other women to participate in politics. So it's not just a Nigerian problem. Fortunately, there's this trust fund that just started. But the trust fund, I know that women and they give only candidates, not when you're an aspirant. When you scaling through in Nigeria to become a candidate, that is the issue. So before you become a candidate, you're on your own. So where do you get the money even to compete with men in your political party? Because immediately somebody crosses the nomination hurdle in Nigeria, if you belong to a certain party. Let's take, for instance, in any state, the ruling party in any state has the chances of winning an election. So if you win nomination of that party in a state, you are almost as good as elected. So primaries are as important as the general election itself. So you also have the problem of money. You have the problem of violence. When it comes, okay, we hear now people are stockpiling arms. I really wonder how many women are stockpiling arms for the election. Women would not really want, at least from those I have chatted with, those I interact with a lot of women politicians, they would rather not play violent politics.
Thank you.
So when it comes to violence, women will rather not, most women I know will rather not be involved in it. And don't forget that most women, by the tenets of our society, a woman, you need to take permission from so many people to be involved in politics. So first of all, your husband will say, I don't want you to go and die. Look at the children. You want them to kidnap you or kill you or do this and that. So first of all, does your husband approve you're going into that type of rough and tumble terrain? Then your children.
The children. Yeah, but
well, they want you to go. So you have a whole lot of people telling you not to go in, either because of politics or also because of violence, or also because of the misconception that women in politics are exposed to temptation. When I talk about temptation of sexual harassment,
okay,
which, as far as I'm concerned, is in every endeavor. There is no place where you are working, nothing you are doing outside your home, even inside the home anyway. We now know that a lot of sexual harassment and whatever exists in the home. So, but this concept that, oh, women in politics, they go to a meeting at night, they meet with men, this and that and that. And so these are just to mention a few of those problems that what do we call it, that befall women, beset women, yeah, who want to go into politics, be serious about it, vie for elective or appointive positions. The problems are enormous.
This is very educative.
But I don't want to leave us on a very pessimistic note.
What's the chance?
Women are coming up. They are trying.
What is your NGO doing?
What we from what has happened in other parts of the world,
yes,
we believe and we know that to actually increase the number of women in governance and decision making, it requires a kind of affirmative action. When you talk about affirmative action, there is this misconception that you want unqualified women to go to assembly or to do just because they are women. No, we are not saying that. There are so many ways of implementing affirmative action.
Okay.
But probably, I don't know whether we have time for that today, but affirmative action is simply a system of trying to bring up a group that may not otherwise have a chance, but they have the skills and they have all the potential.
It's wonderful.
Exactly.
We will take it up next time,
yes,
because also women need to hear about the details of the affirmative action
yes,
that can benefit them.
Yes.
It may give them courage to come out.
Yes.
So
we've been pushing,
yes.
And we are mentoring and building the capacity of women politicians.
Okay.
We do a lot. We are errand persons for women politicians. There's nothing that is legitimate they want us to do for them that we will not do. That's what we have been doing.
Of course, you are Gender and Action Development.
Yes, Gender and Development Action. GADA. Is our acronym. You know, GADA is bridge.
Yes, you are bridging between women and the opportunities,
exactly,
to get them there. So you are in the heart of promoting women's empowerment.
Yes, we are.
In short.
Yes.
So very pertinent to this discussion.
Thank you.
You have educated us seriously, and you'll be back because we need to hear more about the details of affirmative action, because women need to hear. So those who are shivering, they can come out, yes, because there is hope, and the mountain can be scaled.
Yes.
Ada, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will be delighted to have you back again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
You too.
Hello everyone, welcome back. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is political empowerment of women in Nigeria, the prospects. We are delighted to have with us in the studio today some vibrant discussants who will do justice to the subject. I have here with me Mrs. Toyin Alokolara, educationist, and politician.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, viewers.
And I have the Honorable Prince Mike Okojie, former member of the House of Assembly in the Lagos State. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, and thank you, viewers.
And I have Mrs. Omoyeni Dawodu, educationist and politician.
Good afternoon, everybody. So delighted to be with you.
You're all welcome. The question is this. I will start with you, Mrs. Tony. Do you think women are really determined enough this time around to break into politics in Nigeria? And what makes you think so?
Thank you very much. Women are on ground. Women are ready. Women are ready for Nigerian politics. They have learned their lessons. They have aligned to the principles of politics. And a lot of them have grown through their grassroots.
Oh, wow.
A lot of women are grassrooters, and they are movers, shakers, coordinators of politicians.
I like that. They've learned their lessons.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Mrs. Omoyeni, is that what you think too?
Yeah, and apart from
Are you ready?
We are ready.
Two of you are potential contestants.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Over time, we have been preparing. Over time, we've had a rethink that what is happening in this country, we want to come out to make a change. There is no way, there is always a linkage between politics and women. There is no way you can diverge the two. And so women are more than ready, even for politics in Nigeria.
Wonderful. Well, sir, Honorable Prince Mike Okojie, you have been at the grassroots, you played before, and I know you're about to jump in again. What should women be doing now? Those who are likely to contest, who want to jump in, what do you expect them to be doing now?
They should check themselves and convince themselves that they want to go to help sanitize the Nigerian political system. Anywhere you are, anywhere you want to contest, look at the political parties, the one that has more potential in your area. Go to your ward or to your zone, which is the least administrative nucleus of politics. Go and join them anywhere they are having a meeting. It does not cost you any money. It does not cost you anything. Just go, tell them you want to be a member of this party. First, go and register in that political party. It does not cost you any money. Once you have that membership card, you can now attend their meetings. And once you are attending their meetings, you can now voice out your interests, what you want to be. Either you want to be a councillor, a local government chairman, a honorable member, a senator, a governor, a chairman, local government, anything you want to be. You are free to voice out your interests. And then, from there on, you will see how it is taken by your co-members, the other members. You begin to work on them, try to convince them that you have the qualities that it takes to be a leader.
But, Mrs. Omoyeni,
Yes, please.
now that even this brother here has said we have something to offer to sanitize the political terrain, what, in your view, should be the political philosophy of women who are joining politics today? Do we expect them to do what had been happening before, or what are the changes?
Thank you. I think the philosophy for women should be, we can do it. Whatever might have been the problem in the past, any woman coming out should be determined. Should remove fear. Determined that I can do this thing and I'm going to succeed in it.
What I'm actually looking at is, if he expects you to come in and change the situation, what do you think should be the primary value or ethic of a woman who is trying to come into politics today?
A woman that is coming into politics must have a purpose of mind. A purpose that, why do I want to go into politics? We don't want to go into politics because other people, go into politics because they want to get a share of the national cake. No. But if a woman is coming out, you have a mindset that I want to bring about a change. Things has been wrong, over time, but now that I'm going into politics, I want to make sure that in education, concerning the youth, concerning employment, concerning women empowerment, concerning alleviation of poverty, we want to bring about changes, and changes that people will see, not just the money.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Tohi,
Yes, sir.
I know you are a potential contestant. Supposing you are made the chairman of a local government, what should be your primary focus?
The first thing about governance is people should feel, people should be able to see, people should be able to touch, comfort. That is all Nigeria wants. Give them good education, give them good water facilities, give the community, the residents, what they want, good roads, give them nice facilities in the hospital, give them, all what it takes about life. You are going to be a good chairman.
Thank you. That is, the compassion should come out and show in how you are touching the people. Honorable.
Yes.
We hear about the corruption at the local government level. Not only at the top, but down to the local government. Do you honestly believe that women can bring a change if at least they dominate the grassroots? That is the local government areas.
Yes.
Do you think we can make a difference?
I think so.
Why?
I think the women, by the very nature of a woman or womanhood, women are not too materialistic. They are not too tilted towards material things. They moderate everything they do. And I can assure you, put a woman in any position, you will get accountability, you will get fairness, you will get justice, and you will get morality. Everything will go accordingly. So if all these are in place, the corruption that is endemic that we are trying to remove will begin to give way. Because the woman playing her role as a mother, as a sister, as a mother of the nation, they give birth to all of us. They will not sit and supervise corruption.
Thank you. I like that. Do you believe that women have one party, which is give women a chance?
Yes.
Whether no matter where you are,
Kudos,
you know,
the voice of
that is it. The quack. We have launched quack today.
Yes.
GWAC,
Okay.
give women a chance. Whether no matter where you are, and that chance must be for good. Well, viewers, you have had it all. Every woman that is expected or expects to be in politics this time around should be doing something now. There are levels of requirements, and there is need for thorough preparation. Thank you, and all the best in this venture.